As the economy continues to suffer, the concern that's on every project manager's mind is how to survive the recession. Now, to determine if your project can survive, you need to answer at least 5 questions. These questions focus on the issues that top management considers as they question nearly every expenditure in their budget. Grab a pencil and a piece of paper to keep track of your score. Here's question number 1. How much interest in the project is shown by top management? Are they kept up to date with the progress? Are they interested in being kept up to date? Now, estimate their interest on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 represents no interest, 3 represents average interest, and 5 represents enthusiastic interest and support. Let's go to question 2. How is the project tracking its budget goals? Again, let's use a 1 to 5 scale. 1 represents that the project is well over budget, 3 represents the project is on budget, and 5 represents the project is well under budget. Now let's move on to question 3. How is the project tracking its time schedule? Also on a 1 to 5 scale, where 1 represents the project is well over budget, 3 represents the project is on budget, and 5 represents the project is well under the budget. Question 4. Which of the following best describes how long it will be before this project will contribute to the bottom line profits of the organization? Number 1, the project will not contribute at all. Score 2 if the project will contribute within several years. 3, the project will contribute within 1 year. 4, the project will contribute within 6 months. And score 5 if the project will contribute within 3 months. Finally, how clear are the project's goals to you in terms of business objectives and its contribution to the bottom line of the organization? Score 1 if the goals are not clear at all, how this will contribute to the bottom line. Score 3 if the goals are neutral. Score 5 if there's a clear connection in your mind between the project and how it will contribute to the bottom line. Now let's score the test. Sum the numbers that you scored. For example, if you assign 3 to each of the 5 choices, you'd come up with a total of 15. This is what I call your project vulnerability quotient. Okay? Now, scoring 5 points suggests that you may want to have a talk with top management about the possibility of cutting the project. It appears to be nearly dead already. So a frank discussion can only help your role as a project manager, or even as a team member. Hiding behind a condemned project, a futile project, is not in your best interest. By remaining silent, you're in denial. Scoring 6 to 10 suggests that the project is in real trouble and is not meeting expectations. At this point, it would be appropriate to meet with top management to discuss remedial action that could be taken. Maybe you need to change the scope. It might also be useful to talk about the conditions under which this project should be halted. Ignoring the problems at this stage will not help anyone. Scoring 11 to 15 suggests that it may be beneficial to talk with management and discuss how the project could improve its chances to contribute to the bottom line. 6 months ago, projects like this might have been cut some slack, but not today. Under current economic conditions, this project is vulnerable. Scoring 16 to 21 suggests the project is holding its own, but could be eliminated if more cuts need to be made. You need to determine how this project can be more central to the recession-driven strategy of the firm. If you scored between 21 and 24, your projects should be reasonably secured, and if you scored a perfect 25, the project should be in excellent shape. I'm Barry Shore. Thanks for listening.